Ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Orange will have to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Yeah, right back to the line. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. the coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. The RPO, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll run play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football.
Got a little room. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
He's got it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Going to swing it on second down. They're working that left side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
And you kind of thought in that situation, QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against...
Touchdown, Orange! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Pitt pushing the base.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness. Once he's out in the open field, he shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, CUSE.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 21 to Stanford. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now they'll run the draw. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. From the gun, the ground game.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
The option look. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They might be feeling a little heat here. He'll try to take it back. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Browning. Now the connection takes it to the 11. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Looking for the first down. Pitt comes to the line on fourth. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Looking for blockers. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Toss sweep right. Turning it on. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Finds his man. It's good. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Wants to go up top.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive, and they're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got an open man. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Pitt right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Syracuse, with that legacy of running backs, just ripped off a huge one there. Let's see what they've got this time. On the option. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
And the ball's out there after it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lost one deep down the right side. It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this draw.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Orange converted and picked up that last 1st down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Here comes the heat. At the 35, he's open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A little screen to the running back. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. And you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. He's got it. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. And wings it incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got a man. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one comes out hot down the right side. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top of the pick. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Pitt pushing the pace. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Pitt will have to boot this one away.
Now, a fourth down.
Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Ready to fire from the pistol. Goes to the option. They go to the ground. Sweet cut there. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Coates. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yards.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
It's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quick release by the QB. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Right down the boulevard. That'll push this lead out to a touchdown at 27-20.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Pitt right back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, and settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive.
There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to him fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see, he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now the play fake. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Orange. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They'll go to the ground, and he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out. Everybody being able to run to the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it just in time.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Cradles it at the 35. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's good. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They're going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field. I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I think on that 3rd and long, man, they said, forget the pass. Like, we're just going to run the option, and the quarterback makes the right read. He keeps it. And I think they were trying to cut down this 4th down and make it more manageable. So mission accomplished by this offense.
Makes the grab past the marker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped at just short.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd. Touchdown, CUSE! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Panthers want to pick up the tempo. Use the play fake, down a throw. Hauls it in.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He wants to take the top off. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Reads it, fires complete. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The throw. He's got it, 1st down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
He wants to throw it again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
This time it's complete. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Pitt pushing the pace. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And now on second down for this offense. Gets the back moving. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Makes the catch. Continues to fight for yards. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. Still nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody